Hello everyone and welcome to Nine Kings, or at least the demo, a kind of strategy roguelite game about, as with many roguelikes, kind of creating a synergy between different areas of your kingdom, or in this case, kingdom. So we're going to give this a go. I have played a little bit, so I understand what I'm doing. So, there are lots of different kings we can choose from, although not all of them as we're in the demo. There's King of Nothing, so Jack of all trades, but doesn't really do much. King of Spells, haven't played as him yet. But that's the King of Death, or King of Blood, and I'm not sure what these other ones are. But we're going to go with King of Nothing, because Jack of all trades, and it's a bit of a card builder. So this is my starting deck. I can have Castle, Soldier, Knight, Archer, Scout Tower, Farm, Wildcard Forest, or Steel Coat. But we'll get into those in just a second. We could play on Peasant, but we can play on Knight, because I already tried once on Peasant and that wasn't too bad. Haven't tried it on Knight yet though. So these are our enemies. So the King of Blood, King of Spells, and I'm not sure who the last one is. So this is our starting grid. We have our castle here in the middle, which can fire out a projectile, and we have 8 other squares. Now we want to make sure the synergy works well, so what I'm going to do, first of all we need some troops, because we are going to be fighting a battle. So we need some troops here, so we'll put some knights down, a highly defensive melee unit. Only 3 of them, mind, and they'll go up against these guys here. But we can send our projectiles out with our castle. But it's been a bad start already. We've already lost a few of our troops. So we need to get these guys dead if we can. Not the start I wanted, for sure. And we do need to take this person out if we can. There we go. And our knights return. But we've just lost a life because they made it too close. So what do we do for now? So we do get some spells from other places. We get some of the cards from other kings as well, but a lot less so. Combustion, Wizard, or Static. I think we'll go for Wizard. Wizard's going to go just at the back here. So we now have some additional units. We shouldn't struggle as much. We're going up against King's spells at the moment, but we have our own spells. That's fine. We can make our curse attack stronger. We can buff allies, or we can get static. So units attack cause a chain lightning. Damage stacks 1 per target. We'll go for static, and we're going to put it on our wizards here. So now, in addition to their normal attack, any attacks they do should also cause, some static here. It's not going to be that powerful, but it will start things moving in the right direction. Okay, Cemetery, Mangle or Sacrifice. So destroys target plot, gives 1+ level to adjacent plots. Don't need to do that just yet. Mangle I'm not thrilled on. Cemetery is not great either. We'll take it, but I'm not convinced about any of them. Conscription, so all your empty plots are filled with level 1 soldier units. That's not great. We'll take Fortify just to increase the potential level of our castle, and I think we'll actually make our castle stronger. So it'll make it stronger, and it'll also make the attacks stronger. So we just want to clear out as many of these kind of piddly soldiers at the back as best possible. Thankfully these mages will do well here. If we get soldiers, wildcards, we'll take the soldiers to have some additional units out, and they're going to go here. Because obviously we'll get stronger, but they'll get stronger as well. And each king has a different style of play in terms of their units. It is a little hard to distinguish which units are which if you just look at the kind of graphics, but you get used to it after time. So, do we want to upgrade our castle, or when killed, unit explodes, causing 10% HP's area damage? I'm going to keep upgrading the castle. I think the castle can be very powerful. We're going up against the Nothing Rebellion. So this is, again, a jack of all trades kind of fight here. Looks like we've got some archers at the back, some melee troops at the front. And the aim is to get through to the very end here. We get some knights. This is what I was looking for, the farm. Every turn, don't know why I said every in a weird way, every turn adds 1 unit to an adjacent army. And I'm going to put that right there, because it's going to add more units to both the knights and the soldiers, which should be very useful. I tend to use this boulder from our castle to deal with the weak guys at the back, just to clear out the majority of the army. Now, do you want wizard, warlock? I'm going to keep going with the castle, but also if you hover over these guys, you can see what they do. So health 11, damage 13, and hits per second is 0.2. Over here, 0.5 for the soldiers, and 0.25 for the knights. We'll keep on increasing the castle strength. You can see there's some quite heavy knights coming in here, so we need to keep an eye out for these guys, because our enemies will get stronger. And that will prove problematic as time goes on. You know, and if our ranged units at the back get attacked with melee, it's not going to go very well for them. Could get some more knights, some more soldiers. I'll just say the additional castle thing. I do wonder, we might do a cemetery of some kind. We might put a cemetery here. So if the soldiers die, an imp should take its place. As far as I'm aware, anyway. I haven't seen the imps yet, but I'm sure they're there. I think that's those little black and white ones. I think they're the imps. Fine. So I think that works well with the soldiers. I'm going to take some archers as well. They're going to go there, so that if they die, we get some imps in as well. But the archers are the back, so we should be okay. If they all crowd together, you can get a really nice big hit like we did there. We could sacrifice. I'm actually going to take that one. I might knock out these knights, I'm not sure. But that'll only upgrade the farm. I don't know. Or maybe we knock out the archers, or the cemetery. There's a lot of... This is what I mean, because you've only got these 8 spaces around your central castle, it's a little hard to decide. We'll just go for the... We'll go for the central castle for now, keep on upgrading it, because it can get very powerful. I can clear out a pretty significant amount there. And we'll clear out these guys. Yeah, at the moment we're doing okay, but it will get tougher. And we're now at the merchant. We've got 99 coins, and we can actually buy some things. So I can buy soldier, that's not very useful. Wizard, warlock, bomber is potential, but bombers aren't great, I find. We already get some imps anyway. I don't think we need any of those things. I'm going to take the mangler here. So every turn it sacrifices an adjacent unit to make itself stronger. I'm going to put it here because technically the farm should mean that the knights should come back. And if they don't, well, that's my bad decision, but we'll see. So we've got a few imps coming out here, but the King of Spells I do find to be one of the tougher ones to fight. You can see here we're starting to lose quite a bit of our strength. Right. We'll take Spire. And what we're going to do, what you can do is you can just bin one of your cards for 9 coins. What we'll do a steel coat here. Yeah, so because the mangler basically sacrifices a unit to get stronger, and the farm should replace that unit. That's why I think that works together strategically. We'll have to see if it comes to place in good. How strong actually is the doesn't look that strong, the mangler weapon, but it will get stronger over time. So we could level up a random plot when thrown into the pit. That sounds useful. And what do we want to do? Increase the speed of our towers by 50%, or overwork, or range troops increase. We'll go for overwork, because it means that the farmer should double up the soldiers and the knights' health. We're also going to destroy offering here, and that's upgraded the Mangler. That's interesting, but that's actually got rid. Unfortunately, because the Mangler now has attacked twice, it's actually got rid of the knights there. So we're going to have to find a new way to. We're going to have to put a new unit in there, one with enough. We're going to have to put one with more than just some knights in there. We go for Mangler, Vampirism, Demon's Altar. We'll go for Vampirism. Unit attacks heal it for 10% damage. We'll do that. And you can see it's just about creating synergy between these different plots. I'm concerned that they've got lots of knights and we don't now. So we're going to struggle with our melee. As you can see here, we are definitely struggling. But we do have the imps. The imps are going to help us. Those imps pretty much saved our bacon, to be honest. Archers, knights, soldiers. I'm going to go for a second soldier unit here. It's going to knock out a lot of them, but we should be able to keep upgrading them, hopefully. But you can see things are getting tougher. And we've got to target these large kind of piles of soldiers. But these imps really do help us. They kind of create a secondary melee unit when our original ones die. Farm. Maybe. We'll go for castle. And we might want to think about destroying these archers, these wizards, but they're quite useful. Let's just upgrade our castle for now. But this way the soldiers shouldn't die as much. But King of Blood I don't find too bad. He's got lots of troops, but they're pretty weak as opposed to some of the other kings. Carnage, Bomber, Demon's Altar. We'll go for Demon's Altar, that sounds fun. And we'll put it here at the back. As you can see, this soldier group at the front is taking a lot of damage. But we've got a demon now, and demons are always fun. It's hard to know kind of what's a great strategy, but we know we're working out these things. And there's victory there at the end. Let's see if we can make it to the end. The rebellion, nothing rebellion can be quite tough, just because there's a very large amount of knights. And the large amount of knights can cause problems just with the amount of melee troops that we have to deal with. But with the imps that spawn in, it's pretty useful actually. So Scout Tower or Forest. Every turn adds 2 attack speed to adjacent units and towers. We're going to go for that. And I think once these soldiers get destroyed, we might put it in there. Except it's not going to work that well. We haven't done this as great. We haven't planned this out as good as I would like. So there's not a great place for us. So I'm actually going to maybe change this around somewhat. I'm going to destroy these guys, and these guys will get both the Mangler and the farm will be upgraded. I'm intrigued to see how much the Mangler does in terms of damage. It does a pretty good amount. You can see here the King of Spells can be troublesome, but we are just about keeping up. To some extent, but we are struggling here somewhat. We're just about going to survive this, I think, but not by much. You can see that only 11 left in terms of health. Okay, merchant. So every round uses 3 gold or uses 9 gold to level a random building. That Mason skill is actually very useful. Dispenser, it's a single target attack. I'm going to go for the Mason's Guild. It's probably a bit late to have the Mason's Guild actually here. And we'll go for Offering as well. Every round uses 9 gold to level up a random building. It's just going to help us do that. I mean, levelling up is always useful, and we'll destroy an offering. Looks like I upgraded the Demon's Altar there. Yeah. Just the more upgrades we can do, generally the better. King of Blood, I don't have too many issues with. He's nice and easy to deal with in general. Can be troublesome, but generally his troops are fairly weak, which is useful. We'll keep making our castle strong if we can do. The stronger our castle is, the better, really. And we're going to keep on upgrading in preparation for our final battle. I think we've got actually more demons now, which is quite useful. But this Nothing Rebellion can be troublesome purely with the amount of melee troops that come in. Although the archers are not usually too bad, we can wipe them out pretty easily. None of these we can put in because now we've got our 8 slots. The only way we can really do anything is by actually destroying somewhere. The Demon's Altar is pretty much fully upgraded, as is the Mangler. Mason Skill could still be upgraded, Farm's upgraded, Soldier could be upgraded, as could the Cemetery, the Archers, and the Wizards. It's hard to know kind of where the major benefits are at the moment. I'm going to just go to that Spire for 9 gold. Oh, there we go. Upgraded the Cemetery twice, how about that? That should give our imps a great deal of benefit. King of Spells, as always, is kind of the toughest one to deal with, I find. Clear out some of these kind of shamans at the back. But these imps are proving very useful, because it just means that when our soldiers die, it gives us another chance. We'll go for static. And for Royal Decree, do you want spikes? So units deal 25% of the received damage back to enemy. HP of all current active units is doubled, or summoned units receive 50% boost in HP, attack, and attack speed. I'm guessing that's the imp, so I might actually try that. And we're going to give the static to these soldiers at the front as well, because we're managing to stack on a lot of benefits to these soldiers. I would like to try and get them upgraded when possible. Right, deal with these guys. And clear out some of these guys at the back, because these guys actually cause problems. And our imps are absolutely clearing the field at the moment, it's great. We'll go for static again, because we can no longer use the Knight of Forest, we have no more slots at the moment. We'll put the static on the archers. Pretty much the more people that have static, the more general damage will do, which is pretty useful. I think all our buildings are now fully upgraded, so the Mason's Guild is no longer needed. Clear out these guys as best as possible. We're nearing the end. Warlock, Offering, Library. We'll go for Offering. I would like to actually get rid of this Mason's Guild because we've actually gone with all our buildings. So you can, this is the thing, you can go for all buildings, you can go for all troops. Usually I find going for a mix of the two is the better option. We're going to throw this Offering here. That's upgraded the Wizards, I believe. We're getting a bunch of soldiers over here, which I'm really happy about. The more soldiers we can get, the better. King of Blood shouldn't be a problem. Lots of numerous troops, but not particularly difficult troops to deal with. And we're on to our last round. So what do we want to do here? There's not much we can do. We'll just throw in pen here to get 9 gold. And we're going to charge in again. This could be troublesome. This is a big old army from the King of Spells. But if we can clear out some of these guys at the back, that would prove useful. I think we've got this in the bag. These imps should do well. Yeah. Your kingdom has thrived. Baron difficulty unlocked. You continue in endless mode. However, remember this is a prototype and bugs may occur. Indeed. So I think we're going to go again this time. This time, we're going to push ourselves up to Baron difficulty, and we want to go for King of Spells, which we haven't seen yet, or King of Blood. Now, King of Blood we saw was quite weak and numerous, so I'm intrigued to see how he works. Oh, I do like the imps. Bombers, Carnage. There's a lot of like self-destruction stuff here. But we might be able to... We'll try it. We'll try check out a bunch of imps, because I found the imps very strong. The year is 830. And King of Gold, King of Nothing, King of something. I didn't see the rest. Right, we're going to start off with imps, because imps are just generally very useful. And as usual, I'll put my physical troops in the corners of my buildings in the middle. Who are we fighting? The Blood Rebellion. Fine. But this time we've got a different attack. Demon's Altar. Sacrifice. We'll go for Demon's Altar. Now, how does this work? So, makes your cursor summon imp. Okay, so makes your cursor summon imp stronger. Interesting. So, yeah, we could get another Ziggurat for hours. I'm not sure that's very useful. We'll go for a Demon's Altar. That worked pretty well last time. It's going to go to the back here. I'm going up against the King of Nothing. So these are the people... Okay, so we can spawn in imps. Gotcha. So we don't have like a ranged attack. This is all going to be about melee. But we might want to think about getting some melee units as well. We'll take the knights. I think we're going to want some other kind of major physical units here alongside our imps. There we go. Let's spam out some extra imps here. I do want to get the card which allows us to respawn some imps. That'd be pretty useful. Scout Tower shoots powerful single target arrows. I'm not sure that's that useful to me. And we go for a Royal Decree. So 90 gold, some 21 imps when area is demolished, or increases attack speed. We'll take the loan. And we've got a couple of Ziggurats, so I'm actually going to bin another one. And let's get some more imps out. Okay, King of Greed. So that's going to be a pretty money-heavy deck, I would imagine, in terms of building. So yeah, it's like these stuff here. Vault, Mortgage, etc. It's 3 gold at the end of every round. We'll go for Vault. I don't know if we're actually going to use it. I'm actually going to just spin that. I can't really afford to spend the time or the space with generating additional money. We are keeping up at the moment with the damage, but I could easily change. It looks like we only get to spawn in at the beginning. I will take the archers. The archers will be pretty useful. They're going to go at the back here. Just having additional range is just going to be useful, I would imagine. Spawn in our additional imps. I would like to upgrade our Ziggurats. I think we're going to need the extra damage. Yeah, you've only got a set amount of imps left. So we want to get that card which allows us to spawn in imps when the previous ones are dead. We'll take the wild card to level up. We'll upgrade our central Ziggurat, see if we can get more benefits from that. It only spawns us 15 imps. That's not that useful. Well, I imagine they are stronger because of that. We're pretty much going for an imp-heavy build, it seems. But the imps did do us well before. Forest, so each turn attacks 2% attack speed to adjacent units and towers. That could be pretty fun. And actually probably would have put the archers over here. It's a bad mistake of mine. I'm going to put them here because increasing the speed of these imps here could be pretty useful. Okay, we are getting more imps now, which is good. King of Blood, we do seem to be losing a lot more troops. We don't have any of these ranged troops at the moment. Single target tower gets 0.2% attack speed for every 1 gold you earn. None of these from the King of Greed I'm that thrilled about. I could get another ziggurat, but we've already got a ziggurat in the middle. Units attacks heal it for 10% deal damage. We'll go for... We'll put them on the knights here to see if we can keep the knights alive a little bit longer. And we're going to spawn the imps at the beginning to hopefully give our knights some time to survive. But I don't like not being able to clear out the archers at the back. I liked having my big ranged attack with the King of Nothing. Demon's Altar is getting stronger and stronger, which is always useful. Now what have we got here? Archers, shamans, more imps. We might go for a double imp build, that might be fine. And we'll go for a wild card to level up our plot. I don't know if we can use Dispenser, to be honest. I'm going to put imps back here. And we'll level up our... I'm actually going to level up this forest here, because it's going to make... We're going to get additional hit speeds on the imps. Not our summoned imps, but the other imps. Blood Rebellion here, this could be a bit more of a struggle, because we'll be fighting against people that are generally, you know, similar in their fighting style to us. What we're managing at the moment. Cemetery. That's what I want. If the adjacent unit dies in battle, summons an imp to fight in its place. And that's going to go here. So we get like multiple... We get multiple chance of having imps. We're basically just very imp heavy. King of Nothing here. So when our imps die, we should get replacement imps, essentially. But actually, we're struggling here against the King of Nothing. Oh yeah, we're definitely struggling here against the King of Nothing. If we can clear out some of these archers at the back, that'd be useful. Ooh. This one's a little bit too close to call. I think we'll get it, but shows you how rough that engagement was from the King of Nothing. So we definitely need to keep working on things. Farm we might take here and put there to upgrade these troops coming in, but we've got to be careful. We no longer have any more spots. I'm going to put these imps at the back actually, maybe, and if we put the imps at the back, we might be able to clear out the archers in future. Although for the King of Greed, it doesn't really matter. And actually, the King of Greed is clearing out our archers, so that's something we've got to bear in mind. Oh, this might be close actually. I think we're going to lose this one. No. We need more imps. Okay, fine. The King of Greed is going to win. So we lost one of our lives there. Assassin unit that jumps to enemy's back line. That could be quite useful. Upgrade our ziggurat as best we can. We might need to change up our lines here. I don't think we have enough melee troops to kind of survive. Although this time, I think we'll beat the King of Greed this time because we have enough imps out on the field. But it is a little bit... It's getting a bit tougher. Whenever this troop kills, there's a 10% chance to receive 1 gold. Spend 30 gold to increase by 30% every stat of a unit or tower. We'll go for overinvest. Doubles the maximum quantity of imps summoned per battle. I think we're going to go for that, really. We'll go for overinvest. 30% every stat of a unit or tower. We'll go for these guys here. 30% stat boost. And who's this? King of Blood? Blood Rebellion, fine. Bring these imps to the back. Oh, we get a bunch more imps now. This is great. It's definitely worth it taking the doubled imps. Basically just go for an imp spam. When killed unit explodes, causing 10% damage. Absolutely. Or we go for sacrifice. We'll take sacrifice. Is there something we feel like we want to get rid of? I feel like it might be this farm. I don't think it's that useful to me anymore. Even though I put it only recently, I'm just not sure it's worthwhile. We're going to put the imps to the back here to deal with the king, to deal with these archers. I think that'll be worthwhile. Although they will deal with the most tough units first. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. Getting the double imps is pretty useful. Archers. We could try a scout tower, but I'm intrigued by this assassin unit. I'm intrigued by these thieves who jump to the back of the line. So they'll stay here, but they should come to the very back in a second. Yeah, so they'll go to the back and attack the archers. That's pretty useful. As we go about to get more and more powerful, I presume, at least by the numbers there. You can see, I guess it actually shows you who's doing the most damage. I'm going to destroy some of these scout towers. I don't think they're needed. Right. Let's go. Send these imps to the back. Definitely these imps at the back are the ones going to be giving us the best chance of survival. Although, I don't know how things are going to go here. It's a little hard to tell who are our troops and who are the enemy troops. We're surviving for now. We get more imps. That'd be quite fun. I'm going to get rid of this dispenser. I don't think it's going to be worthwhile. We could just mass out. We could just go like a mass imp. It could work, but it may not. We'll have to see. So we'll send the imps. As expected with the King of Blood, we're going to lose a lot of health. But I think we're surviving for now. We'll go for vampirism. And we'll go on these guys here. What are we going in against? We're going against the King of Greed. There's a lot of troops there. We'll send these guys in from the back. Hopefully cause some problems. King of Greed is actually doing pretty well against us here, as he has before. Oh, it's going to be close. No, King Greed's going to break through us. Yeah. So that'll be another life off. Down to 1 life left. So we've got to watch out for the King of Greed. He's causing some problems. I might take Mason's Guild, but how many buildings do we really have? Okay, we've got 3 buildings, but it wouldn't be a bad thing for this thing to be upgraded. Destroy the scout tower. Are we going up against the King of Greed again? If we are, that could be problematic. Blood Rebellion. Blood Rebellion's fine, usually. But it looks like we're not keeping up as much this time. The Blood Rebellion looks like it's doing pretty well, actually. Oh, it's going to be close. I think we might actually be out here. Yeah, we're going to be out here. We just didn't get things upgraded, and we didn't have the ranged troops. I missed having the range there, kind of the ranged attack from our central thing. Our kingdom has perished. It's very unfortunate. Well, this here is 9 Kings, and I like it. I'm not very good at creating these really amazing synergies just yet. But things may improve when the full game comes out. I might try it again, see if I can do any better. In the meantime, there's a link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.